So when I was little, my mom took me and my brother to the local pool. I was 12, he was 4. So while my mom and I sunbathed, he played in the kiddie pool. When all of a sudden he comes up to us and says, "Mommy, I gotta go pee-pee." And instead of taking him to the bathroom, my mom said, "Go pee-pee in the pool." Shame on you, Carolyn. We continued to lay out in the sun until all of a sudden we hear everyone scream, "Oh my God, some kid's peeing in the kiddie pool." Torian didn't understand, and he went over to the kiddie pool, pulled down his pants, and pee-peed like he was peeing in the toilet. But my mom is clever, and she pretended like she didn't know whose kid it was, and we never went back to that pool again.
I was in 3rd grade. Me and this guy were dating and he would always copy my work. One day he told me to look under the table and he took out his wee-wee and I saw it and unfortunately I liked it in. Then we sat next to each other and he would slide his hand under my skirt when the teacher wasn't looking and he would rub his hand on my cat and yes, I liked it IDKY, and then he smelled his hand and asked if I peed and I didn't and told me my cat stank and I was so sad and he never touched me again and we still go to the same school and it's so embarrassing to this day. When I was in 3rd grade I moved to a new school. I met a girl, she became my best friend, but there was this boy and they had the same class but I didn't. So basically I liked the boy from 3rd grade to 5th grade and in 5th grade they started dating, but in 5th grade me and him got in the same class so he sat behind me and he became my best friend, and after that one day he started flirting with me. But I told him I'll tell her if he doesn't stop because I didn't want to be a fake friend, so I did, and a couple weeks later they broke up. And then after that we got out of school and me and him taught. Finally in 6th we started dating with her permission, lol. At least you aren't a fake friend. Thanks for your submission, sweet ladybug white heart.
So when I was in the 9th grade there was this autistic boy that everyone bullied, heck even some of the teachers did too. I'm not even gonna lie, I bullied him a bit too, only because I was a part of the popular kids, and if I didn't bully him, I was afraid I would lose my place as the most popular girl in school. So it was just a normal Friday, I was just sitting in my 3rd block, when we heard gunshots. Everyone started freaking out. The teacher locked the door and told everyone to get under their desks. A couple of seconds passed by, and there were more gunshots, and they were even louder than before. Everyone started crying and texting their families. Even the teacher was crying, and then this fat ass, dumbass bitch named Esperanza started throwing up, really loudly, and at that point my ass was just like nope. So then I opened one of the window and jumped. Since this was a 3-story jump I ended up hurting my arm pretty badly, but it didn't bother me much, because
I also then deleted our whole chat. Then at Christmas break we were driving to a different state, BC. All of my family lives there. When we were driving I had my dad's phone, BC. Back then, I didn't have a phone. Anyway, I downloaded Snap on there and logged in, and then I texted Sam and asked why she blocked me, and she didn't even apologize. All she said was that it was a bitch move. Then she said she wanted to be friends again. We started telling each other about our lives. Also, at this point, I didn't understand why they had cut me off. I thought it was a misunderstanding that happened earlier in the summer. Anyway, she said she would unblock me on Instagram if I did back. Of course I did. Then when I tried to follow her so I could talk to her, it wouldn't let me, and me being the stupid, naive, trusting bitch that I was, I thought it was just Instagram being stupid. But then I realized she had blocked me and I was heartbroken. She had led me on because one time I was at a Halloween party with all boys and I was on the couch with like 15 other boys and one was sitting next to me with a pillow over his dick and someone picked it up and he was jerking off to me. I am actually really close with him now. Male's body. I started playing with it cause I thought I was a toy and it was really fun to play with. The boy took me into the bathroom and asked me if I knew what doing the dirty was. I said no. He told me that it was a game since I really liked the toy in his pants and thought that was a fun Game, I agreed. He whipped out what you thought was a toy that pulled down my pants, and the next thing I know he was inside of me. We were in there until I heard my brother calling me. I quickly got dressed and ran out. I never saw those boys again, and I'm starting to wonder if they remember what they did to my little 9-year-old. I was like IDK 7 or 8, and me and my friend, let's call her Willow anyway, so me and Willow have been friends for like 10 years anyway, so I knew what sex was and she did, but she didn't know it. So I had a fantastic idea that we would play a game of Truth or Dare, and it was like a sexual version anywho, so we played that, and I would make sure I would pick the ones that I got to suck her melons while she was tied up, and we made out for like 20 minutes. Then we ended up having sex, but it wasn't very good. It was more like rubbing up and down on each other, and the funny thing is now we're both really gay. I was little, I was afraid of the dark, so I put a small mattress by my parents' bed, and I woke up to moaning. I was so scared. I knew that they were having S3X, so I just laid there like a hot pocket in the microwave while my dad grabbing my mom's B00BS. I was so scared the next morning. And they still don't know that their 6-year-old saw them having S3X.
It was my 3rd year of high school. I really hated my history teacher. That bitch was always mad fucking rude. For no reason. She would always yell and give detentions for the stupidest shit. Everyone hated her, even the other teachers. So my hoe ass was finally getting sick of her. So I plotted revenge on her old musty ass. Her husband was my science teacher, and he was extremely hot, like he was Russian, and had the deepest, sexiest Russian accent ever, like shit. So I thought, what if I slept with her husband behind her back without her knowing? And that's exactly what my ass did. Teehee. So for the next couple of weeks I flirted with him, bought him gifts, gave him hugs, and even brought him lunch, because he would usually buy his lunch. I kept this up for a while, until after school before my parents picked me up. He asked me if I wanted to have dinner with him this Saturday. I said fuck yes. So on Saturday we had dinner, we talked, ate, and stuff.
This one time in the 6th grade, and there was this boy who I used to always fight cause he used to talk shit. Let's call him Jason. One day I was in the lunch line, and after you got your lunch you could buy snacks like chips, cookies, and juice. So I go to buy me some chips and juice, and Jason came up to me and asked for $1, and I told him no, so he pulled a pencil out his pocket and stabbed my arm. So I pushed that fat ugly Beetlejuice smelling celery built small dick faggot can't get a girlfriend a day in his life ass into the wall and slapped and punched this motherfucker, then got on top of him, took the pencil and stabbed him with it. Then the security pulled me off him and I yelled, get the fuck off me, you ugly Bigfoot built hairy long nail stank booty ass, the fuck off me.